Almost forgot where the button was. It's been a while.
Damien Luck.
Yo.
Where you at?
Yo.
Where you at?
So,
All right.
oh, there's so much hair. You know what I just did? That's kind of gross.
Back on the pod. What'd you do?
I did something gross
When?
just now. When I
What'd
was
you
setting
do?
up for the pod. You see where all our beers are? In the little bucket,
Mm-hmm.
the galvanized steel party bucket.
Yeah.
It had a little bit of water left from where the ice melt last time. Guess what was in there?
What?
About 150 mosquito larvae.
No.
Swimming around.
Are you
I
serious?
dumped it out. And then you know what I did? I went to pee because I was getting ready, for the pod. I have to pee a lot. I go out there. There's a bucket full of mosquitoes, and there's a tarp that's got a couple bottles which has mosquitoes. Because there's been so much water lately that the mosquitoes are just breeding like crazy.
Oh my
And it got
God,
me
they
to
were in
thinking,
there?
how do mosquitoes work?
They lay their larvae in water,
But-
and then they
but-
float on the surface.
Do the mosquito larvae breathe water or air?
No, they don't breathe nothing.
Because that's
They
something
don't.
I
I
need
don't
to
think.
know. The larvae require air to breathe and have a specialized body part called a siphon that they use to breathe air at the water's surface. The siphon uses the water's natural surface tension to attach for a breath. So they just live in water.
They just sit on the top. That's why the insecticides that kill mosquitoes, when you spray them on water, it just creates a film
Oh, really?
over them, and it just drowns them.
Because they'll breed hundreds at a time.
Thousands.
That's so scary. It's funny the mosquitoes can't take over. One time I told my little brother, I can't remember which brother. I think it was Mason. It could have been Adam. I told him that that we have like a big problem in this country and that there's like 6-foot mosquitoes. and I kept going and they were just like he started. I think it was Mason. I'm pretty sure he started crying. He was like, "I don't want the big mosquitoes to come." And then I told him, I was like, "I'm just messing with you. I didn't think it was gonna."
Brutal. They would be apex predators because they can see your carbon.
They can see you and they can come suck you dry.
Man, that movie scared me so much when I was little. It was ice spiders. Where they were on a mountain and there
didn't
was
see
these
that.
giant spiders.
Yeah.
They're like, giant spiders wrapping up people. And I when I was little, I was like, they're real.
Yeah, they must be
They're
right because I
real.
see them on this show.
Yeah, and they wrap you up and then they suck you. They suck you dry.
Yeah, and they will do that.
That's the good thing about spiders, though, is they don't eat you like any other insect
Yeah.
would. They suck you.
They do suck you. That's true.
They suck the red right out you.
Oh, yeah, they love that blood. They love drinking that human juice. They're coming to that, fresh squeezed. Never pasteurized.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
They go right to the source. That's the thing, right? Like, I like milk. I'm allergic to it, I guess, or I'm lactose intolerant, whatever.
I am as well.
But I
am
like
as
it.
well, yeah.
But I never go to the cow, ever. I go to the grocery store.
That's. Oh.
The mosquitoes go to the source.
They go straight to the source.
They're dedicated.
I wonder if a mosquito can get a cow, because I feel like that's where they would like it.
Yeah, I feel like humans probably not their first
I want
choice.
a bigger mammal.
Like, humans got to be like, because there's so many of us, especially here. Like, obviously, they probably live places where there's mostly just little critters, and they're sucking on the critters. But
Sucking off the pig.
I think that what about the city mosquitoes? They always are sucking on human.
Yeah, what's up with
Every
the
once in a
city
while, they
skeets?
get like dog. You're like, whoa. Have you tried
That's
dog?
dog skeet. They probably taste bad.
You think dogs taste bad? You think we're good?
Dude, I would go straight for the fattest dude I'd see. He'd probably be sweet.
Oh, he'd probably taste so delicious.
His blood's full of Skittles.
He'd taste like strawberry.
Strawberry.
That's some good strawberry.
If I was a mosquito, dang, there's so many predators out there for mosquitoes. I swear to God, though, don't birds eat mosquitoes?
Bats will take any kind of bug right out of the sky, and the bug didn't even see it coming.
No, and then
Also, cars take out so many mosquitoes, it's not even funny.
oh yeah, they're very good for the insect population.
Yeah.
And then my favorite animal, frog.
Mm-hmm.
They take out mosquitoes left and right.
That's 3 mosquitoes.
They take out. I feel like they help with the water situation, at least in the ponds, because they be swimming around. They see those larvae up there.
They're sucking the
Yeah,
larva
they're-
right out of the thing. The issue is the little pools of water, like the 5-gallon bucket you weren't thinking about. All of a sudden, mosquitoes breeding.
Mosquitoes. What the mosquito doing?
What about
now?
the tarp? There's a tarp out there. It created 5 small pools, thousands of squitoes.
Why am I getting bit off by squitoes?
I'm getting beat up by squitoes because there are so many squitoes, and they're building in the water.
Dude, they are building in the water.
I just keep getting beat up by squitoes.
They're cranking 90s in the water. And have you heard about the malaria that's back?
No.
5 cases in the United States.
That's too many. We gotta up the vaccinations.
That's good for my business, though.
Yeah.
My squito business?
Your anti-squito
Yeah,
business?
yeah. Hey, by the way, you got squitos in your yard. Want me to take out for you?
Take out the squitos.
I take
At
out
the
those
source,
squitos for you. No big deal.
At the scores, at the problem, at the source. Either way, take them out. Can you take out full-size squitos or just babies? How do you do it?
Oh, just babies. The adulticides are not effective because they only
obviously
they only kill adults on contact,
Oh.
and so
You gotta spray at them.
yeah,
That's hard to do.
yeah,
So you just take out all the babes.
yeah. You take out the babes, or you take out the mosquitoes from having babes.
Oh,
It's both.
you neutralize them.
I knew everything. I'll tell you what. Mosquitoes are good, though. I mean, they're good for the frogs.
But I mean, squitoes, if they all went away, probably would be a bad thing.
I
Overall.
wonder what would happen because there's still flies.
Oh, there's so much food source for all the frogs and crap and everything that eats squitoes. There's whole animals that just only probably specialize in squitoes.
Wasn't the Africans the one who let the squitoes loose?
I think it might have been the British.
The British let the squitoes
It seems
loose?
like something they do.
Squitoes don't like salt water, I don't think.
Oh no, because they can't breed. They can't do fun stuff in the salt water. They don't, and then the waves take them out.
They can't beat off in the salt water.
No, they have to get on the ships. They got to squito all the guys on the whole ship, and then they got to land. We're squitoes. I wonder if they weren't ever at the North America until we brought them over.
Until we
Or
brought
if-
them over?
or if maybe
no, we
they
didn't bring them
started
over.
there.
I swear to God, it's Ugandans.
They're not that mobile. They can run really fast.
Yeah, they're super athletes. They probably took a ball of squitoes and threw it across the ocean.
Just clean over. We're worried about these subatomic missiles or whatever, sub-minute missile launches.
Oh, yeah.
We got to be careful about the squitoes can launch from Uganda.
Oh God, they probably make one of them rubber band cannon bolts.
I remember when
Catapults.
You know how I learned about Uganda? A guy from Uganda got to present at our school. Like, the school made this whole big deal about Uganda. We read a book about Uganda. Like, we read a book talking about Uganda, and then a guy from Uganda came to the school, and we all went to the little auditorium, and this guy got up and he showed us his trash. Literally, he showed us little cars and stuff he made out of trash, and he was like, "I shouldn't do that accent.
Try it.
In Uganda." That's not good. In Uganda, we make. And he started talking. He started saying sad stuff. Like, he was like, "I know a lot of people who would just grab a rotten sandwich out of the trash and be stoked. Like, look at this moldy sandwich. I'm gonna be not as hungry." And then he showed us his trinkets. Like, he brought trinkets, and they were trash toys. And he was trying to motivate us. He was trying to motivate us that you can make stuff out of anything, right? and the school was trying to cover their ass for like diversity for the year, and it was just such a weird thing to me. I was thinking about. I wasn't that aware at
Here's
the
our
time.
trash toys and our moldy sandwich.
All I took from it was that he makes toys out of trash, and he's like one of the richest men in Uganda for it. And
He's got like $5.
yeah, which could buy him like any hut he wants. It's crazy how
He's
you
got
can.
the 2-bedroom, 1-bath hut.
And the elementary school can get that guy, and then they feel so good about themselves. They feel so good. They didn't help anybody in Uganda by helping that guy. Just him.
Yeah,
And
just
I
him.
bet they didn't even pay him much. I don't know if you know they paid
Here's
him.
$5 more.
He's like, he comes back. I have $10. I can't do it. I
Yeah.
can't do it.
I have $10.
I have $10.
Indian out. Look, everybody. I have $10.
Oh my goodness, I have $10. I cannot believe it. Don't tell me that it's not a lot of money, because I know it is.
We will build another catapult to send the mosquitoes.
We send more mosquitoes, and they will take them back, and they will be like, oh, ow, ow, I'm getting bit up by a mosquito.
It will be a funny prank.
Isn't it funny how you can't do some accents without them being offensive? You can't figure out how to talk like people without it being offensive to some people.
To some people,
But
bro.
some accents are fine. Like if you can do a really clean German accent, nobody is mad.
Nah, yeah. True.
I'm going to build a car. Oh yes, I'm going to build the best car. It's going to be a Volkswagen. Oh,
It was like Indian German.
it's bad. Everything goes Indian, especially if I've been doing Indian lately. Oh, Jazz, you want to see my... No, it just goes Indian. But I've always had that problem.
my nipple.
I will show you my nipple if you ask it me very nicely.
Dude, Indian guys with their nipples out on Instagram are crazy.
Oh, yeah. Hard as
They're
a rock.
always got their nips out on Instagram.
I think... What else? Yeah, like anything Germanic or like English, I guess. Like you can do a British accent. No one's going to get mad at you.
bro. Oh, I got a fart.
You get it done? Oh. Oh.
Oh, that one made me upset.
Yeah, I think the British accent is probably the easiest to do without offending anybody.
Oh, bro.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, a tattoo and a blood. Oh, I
We
want to watch my FC football.
We got to talk about the Sea-Doos.
Yeah, let's talk about the Sea-Doo.
So we go up to the lake, right? It's about 2 hours away, Lake Gaston, North Carolina.
Lucky.
I ride my motorcycle up. I get caught in a little bit of rain, but it's not too bad. And we're up there. Your dad brings his ski boat, and the reason we go up is partially because your aunt and uncle who own the lake house, basically just got gifted a broken jet ski.
Yeah. Did you hear the story to that, by the way?
A little bit, but tell me.
Super weird. Yeah, I was more of a question,
Yeah.
but there's some swinger action going on, and then one swinger family didn't want the jet ski in the yard anymore, and the other
What?
Yeah, and they had to,
I didn't know it was that.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of it. Something like that.
They were swinging around.
They were swinging around, and they were swinging around our jet ski.
I didn't know it was that. Whoever told me gave me the sanitized version. That was like, yeah, like they just had like a little bit. They wanted it gone. And they didn't have room. I didn't know there was that going on.
There's some like beef.
No, because so we get this
beef.
jet ski and we're looking at it, and I'm working on it pretty much with your dad, and your uncle's there, but he likes to watch us work, and just every once in a while he'll like say something,
Yeah, I know.
and then but
Hilarious.
he basically called in the troops, and I'm Googling stuff. I'm trying to figure it out, and everyone's kind of saying it's either the starter solenoid or the starter button. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, nothing's happening at all. The battery is really good. Literally nothing's happening. It's probably the starter button. Is just what I started going on. And your dad was still testing the battery because we had just talked the night before about how a battery goes bad. It hurts everything. And you start testing. You like misdiagnose stuff if you just miss the battery. So he was going around looking for some testing equipment. And I was just looking around for like what plug could potentially go to the starter button. I unplugged it. It looked a little crispy. Plugged it back in. The whole thing worked. And like I was like, okay.
So crazy.
And like while he's like looking for jumper cables or something, I'm like, hey, come here. He's like, why? I'm like, it works.
Oh my God.
It had no oil in it also.
Tell him the deal. Tell him about the deal.
What deal?
The deal that why we went up to look at the jet ski.
I don't know what deal.
The deal was that they were giving us the jet ski.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't?
No.
They were giving us the jet ski. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Really?
No.
Wow.
So it was supposed because your uncle did say like you only have one hitch here and you got a boat to bring back.
Yeah.
I was like, what? And I'm
they gave it to them and they don't want it, so they were giving it to us.
I didn't know that.
Because they thought it was junk. Yeah.
Oh. That changes everything. Well, I wanted to go get it, but I don't. And the lake I want to ride it around here is too riddled with cops to bring like a unregistered buggy. So we need them to get the paperwork.
Yeah. They have the paperwork.
They don't have all of it. They don't have the title.
Really?
Yeah, they have the old registration. They don't have the title.
Okay.
So they need to go get all the rest of that, and then they got to give it to us. I don't even care if
we have
it's
an
there.
05 Yamaha Wave Runner.
I don't even care if it's there and I can use it. I was thinking about that
I
today.
know.
What is the quote I kept thinking about?
Ain't first or last. I tell you what, we whipped those suckers harder than jet skis are supposed to be whipped.
Oh, it's comparison is the thief of joy.
Oh yeah.
I had it in my head as greed is the thief of joy. Because if you're sitting there, if you're riding, like I was thinking about it, I was like, I want this. Why do I want this jet ski? Like, why do I feel in any way entitled to it? Because like we fixed it, so I was like, for some reason my brain goes to the entitlement part. It's like I'm entitled to something about this, and then I thought about it, and I felt like so ashamed because I was actually riding it, having so much fun, and I was sitting there wanting more. What did I want? I'm already riding it. I'm already having a blast. The value is already there for me, and I'm sitting there greedy.
Oh, you look greedy. You're greedy on the water.
I greeded out on the water, and then I started thinking about it, and I was like, it doesn't change anything. And I'm sitting here having like the most fun I can have on the water, which is on a jet ski, and I'm greedy about it. And I got so ashamed. I felt so ashamed.
That's so weird.
And then I stopped thinking about it, and then I just had a really good time. But I thought, I didn't even know the deal was we were supposed to get it. I just thought, like, I wanted it. I wanted it. Like, I just wanted it. Because I felt like they got a good deal, and why do they get a good deal? And I've been looking for jet skis for, a year, and I haven't found a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
And they just get one handed to them, and I'm thinking all this crap, and then I'm like, what? Why am I thinking? I wasn't thinking it like seriously.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't like super angry about it, but the thoughts were there.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I was super mad or anything, but the thoughts were there. I couldn't make them, and then they went away as soon as I like lectured myself. I was like, "Are you kidding me? You're on a jet ski you don't own at a lake house you don't own with people that care about you, and you're getting greedy." Greed is coming over you.
Goblin out on the water.
I felt like a goblin. I felt a little bit disgusted with myself.
Truth. That's why the jet ski tried to kill you at the end.
It did. I almost died on a jet ski today. I fell off a couple times, and it was like normal fall off a jet ski right into the water. The last time I fell off, I was getting fatigued. I fell off and my back hit square on the back of the jet ski so hard. And if I had been 6 inches, maybe a foot in a different area, my head would have hit it. Or my neck, like right on my spine. And I hit it so hard. And I had a life jacket on, and also that part of the jet ski is like barely padded, but there is some padding. So it didn't hurt my back. It was fine. And then I landed in the water, and the jet ski ran me over because they like turn around when you fall off of them. But I wasn't moving very fast, so it turned right. It just started turning over me. I got ran over, and I'm trying to swim up, and the jet ski's running me over, and I had to wait for it to like. I reached my hand up, and I felt the jet ski, and it was like super hot, and I like hit it because the jacket's trying to pull me up.
Yeah.
And then I'm like trying to get out from under it.
Which is not that hard because pretty small.
It's very small. It wasn't that hard, but it was like there was a moment there when I was underwater. I had just taken a hit, and I must have been a little bit out of it from the hit because then I immediately almost ran into a boat at full speed.
I was going to say, but from my perspective of you taking that fall,
Yeah.
it looked like slow motion. Like you weren't even going like super fast.
I
and
wasn't.
then you just like, I just saw your legs go in the air and then you were just gone. And then apparently all that happened. And then, yeah, we were right next to each other. And I was like pointing at the boat and you were like looking over at me and then looking forward and then looking over. And I was like, there's a boat coming up on them pretty good. And
I looked in the boat. I got so embarrassed because I looked at the boat. I got super nervous because I was like, I'm heading toward this boat. We're probably going like 40 miles an hour at this point, and the boat's pulling a tube of kids. And I'm like, I see the woman in the boat just looking at me, and she's starting to look nervous. And I'm like, I just steered away and pretended like I knew it was there the whole time, and I was just being a little bit like a normal, reckless.
you were jackwad. You were trying to like splash them.
Oh, I didn't even know they were there. I didn't see them at all. And then I was like, we kept like riding for like maybe a minute, and then your dad was like, hey, we got to pull the boat in. And I was like, I need to get off the jet ski. I took a hit, and now all my decisions are going bad. I just need to get off this thing. I didn't have anything to drink. Like, I was completely sober. I rode the jet ski for hours, and it was starting to make me feel drunk.
Oh, dude, the feeling when you get flipped off of the jet ski is like nothing else. There's nothing you can do, and it happens so unbelievably fast.
I saw you get flipped off the jet ski, and it looked, in my mind, it looked like you just did a leap 360. Like, it looked like you did it on purpose. And you just, like, flew straight up in the air. Then you spun 3 times, and then you landed in the water next to the jet ski.
Just like, it just ragdolls you.
It does.
As soon as you let go of the controls, or when it rips your hands off of the controls, you just get ragdolled in whatever way. Oh my God, it's so much fun.
It really takes you for a ride. I mean, and I started thinking about it, like, when I was driving the jet ski this time, I started to really think about, like, what am I doing when I'm driving this thing? And I'm like, okay, I'm not really controlling this boat. I'm controlling a little nozzle that's just spraying water.
It's just a little nozzle on
the
back.
You just have a nozzle that you have control of that's spraying water so hard.
It's like sitting on a fire hose.
It is like sitting on a fire hose. And the boat's so small that if you hit a wake wrong, it steers you immediately because it doesn't sink, it floats. So if it floats on the side of water versus if it floats on the surface of water, it doesn't care. So you hit a wake sideways, you're off. Because there's no way you're hanging on.
Oh, and yeah, that's what I kept doing is trying to like fishtail. Like the new jet ski or our new jet ski is not good at fishtailing.
No, it doesn't.
Like it's so hard to get it to fishtail. And I'm like, okay. And I finally got a groove where if you like you find someone's wake and you go
jump over it sideways.
You jump off the wake and then freaking like fork it to the left, you can fishtail. And I was like, all right. And then every time you do that, you jump and you'd fishtail, but then you would land sideways on another piece of wake. Yeah. And they kept flipping me off.
Every time I fell today was I jumped crooked and then landed crooked. And then when you land crooked, the boat almost instantaneously stops moving.
Yeah,
But you can't stop moving that fast.
Instantly, bro. Oh my god, it's so the feeling of going from 50 miles an hour to
zero.
is so crazy.
And that's why you just peel off of it.
yeah, and sometimes you hold on. Like most of the time you hold on and you're like, oh!
Yeah, it's so much work to hold on.
Oh, it's so much. My fingers are blistered to the max.
My hand's so peeled up, and my knee hurts so bad. I've been wearing this brace all night.
You should have worn it on the jet ski.
I should have. I didn't. I wore it on the whole motorcycle ride home, which, by the way, I rode through a torrential downpour on my motorcycle on the way home from the lake.
So it was so funny. We started my dad and I, we were in front of you, and
You were in a truck.
We were in a truck, and we had the boat, and we started getting some drips and drops, and my dad's like, man, I'm glad I'm not on a motorcycle right now. This would suck. And I'm like, it's not that bad when it's just kind of dripping and dropping, and then the rain started to pick up a little bit, and he's like, do you have to slow down on the bike at all when it starts raining? I'm like, nah, not usually, with this type of rain.
Yeah.
And then the next section, it was just we couldn't see at all.
Yeah.
And he's like, what about this? I was like, I don't know. I'll probably pull over in this.
I was doing 55 through that.
Which is so
because
crazy.
I could see.
We couldn't see anything.
The helmet clears faster than windshield wipers at full bore.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you just have to be careful because it's a lot of hills. So every time I'd come to the bottom of a hill, I'd be really careful about water. I'd be slowing down for the bottom of the hills. But some of the riding was just it doesn't feel any different. You have to think about braking. There's nobody in front of me. I'm going perfectly straight, so I'm not that worried about skipping over the water because I'm just going to keep going straight. I slowed way down for the turns.
It was for a long time, too.
It was for a while.
But
I had all my rain
minutes.
gear on. So my rain gear pretty much, water sneaks in through your wrists because your hands are straight forward. So water gets in there. My jeans kind of come down past the pants, the rain pants. So water just saturates the jeans, it saturates the boots, and then it wicks up around the jeans through the socks and fully soaks the boots every time. So my boots, eventually I feel like all the water in my socks, and that's when you start to get more comfortable, which doesn't make sense, but it's at that point you're just wet.
It's that merino wool.
It's once your feet are soaking wet, you're just I'm wet now.
Yeah.
So there's you're not worried about getting wet because you're already so wet.
There's a little point where you're trying to avoid the wetness, and it slowly starts to seep in. Yeah, I get that. But on the jet ski,
that's what I was thinking. I can get off a jet ski where I'm diving in the water, I'm falling off the water.
You're just soaked. And that new jet ski is so much fun. You just freaking dive it under the water. And then you just you come out of it and it's just buckets of water.
Oh, and we were talking about how all these people are on these new, $16,000 jet skis, driving them slow. And we're sitting here on this free jet ski from 2005, just tearing up the lake. It's not even registered.
It wasn't registered at all. The last sticker was 2018.
It said 2018 big on the side.
Huge,
and we're just doing jumps over boats and
we took it all the way to the main water.
I was nervous.
All the way. I knew you were a little nervous.
I know.
I knew that's why you didn't follow me
I didn't
first.
follow you the first time.
Yeah.
So to explain it, there's this cove where all the houses are kind of in these little outstretched coves when it comes to a dammed up river. So, because the water just flows into different spots. So there's this cove that we're pretty much safe in. We see cops every once in a blue moon in the cove.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much safe.
And the lake is so big.
Yeah, it's huge.
That cops are. You could go.
They're few and far between.
Yeah, you could go forever.
And then the cove even has this little extra part where you go under this tunnel and you come out to this another piece of water not connected to the main lake besides the tunnel. And I've been told by the people who live there that there are jet ski cops. They've never seen them in the cove, and they're the only ones that will go through the tunnel.
Yeah.
So it's you're pretty much safe completely
you're
over there.
Safe over there, yeah.
But but when you go out in the main water, it's a little different. Like we see cops out there. So I was just hauling ass, and I was constantly looking for boats that I thought could be cops, and I was getting ready to just haul ass back because I was like, I don't like. What are they gonna do? See the tags, and it's someone else. And if I can just if I can just dive through that cove, the best thing to do would be if someone was on the shore to just bring the trailer over and I take the boat out.
It would, dude, on a jet ski, if a fishing boat was after you, like a cop boat, it'd be too easy.
It'd be so easy.
It'd be too easy to get away from.
But it'd be
first
so
of all,
scary.
They probably max out at like 40, 45.
If that.
And then our jet skis are going like 50.
They're going 50.
50, 55.
And you can dive into any cove. And I'd probably dive into the home cove, tear around that corner, and go through the tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
And be safe.
I'd go through the tunnel so fast.
I'd stay in that tunnel for like 2 hours. I'd be over that in that side. I would like try and get the jet ski up on the land in like some woods or something.
Dude,
There's a couple places I think I could figure out. There's a couple docks. Never seen people there. I was like, I could dock the jet ski there.
Yeah, you just pull up.
Just pull up to the side of like a dock and just tie it up to the dock. And then like, if somebody comes out, be like, hey, sorry, man. Like
I'm out of gas.
I took a big spill and I'm sorry. I don't mean to like take your dock. I took a really big spill and I'm like, just need to recoup.
Yeah.
Anybody would be like, oh, you're fine to use the dock. Sorry, I just didn't know why you were over here.
Yeah, exactly.
There's like, and then you're just docked and they're like, do you want some water? And you're like, yes. And you follow them into the house.
Please.
The cops drive by. They're like, can't be him.
Here's huge IQ play. You go, you call the cops. You'd be like, I saw this unregistered red guy. He was like tearing up around my cove.
Yeah.
They're like, what cove? Well, beforehand, you look up like a cove.
A different cove.
Way down. Yeah. And you're like, I'm down here. He's like, on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Then you throw your phone in the water. And then
I've got 3 burner phones ready. I actually don't have a burner phone, and I feel like I should.
Yeah.
Just for like that
we
one
will,
time.
We will.
We should do it. We should do it soon because I feel like they're cheap, right?
Yeah, we go get one. We go get a track phone at Walmart right now.
And just keep it charged. You never have to use the minutes. Don't you pay for the minutes one time and then it's just you have them?
Oh, yeah.
How does it tie to you? Can you do it cash?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's a burner, baby.
We need to burner phones.
We do. They look so cool in movies.
Oh, yeah. They break
talk,
them in half.
They break them and toss them.
Toss them in the trash can and then just walk away.
Yep.
Slowly.
Whatever that song is.
Yeah.
I think it's Black Sabbath. Something around that. But yeah, jet skiing, very much fun.
Jet skiing, very fun.
I can't believe you left me out on the dock last night fishing.
Because I was so incredibly, insanely tired. I went to bed, and then like I got woken up by Bub saying like, "Hey, like, thought we were gonna hang out for a little bit," and I was like, "What?" I was so tired, and she's like,
I couldn't believe it. I was down on the dock. I was fishing. Then you're like, all right, I'll see you in the morning. I was like, what?
Well, because I was waiting for your mom and your sister were like arguing.
They were arguing?
Yeah, it was stressing me out.
Over what?
We went out on the boat, and your mom
yeah,
didn't get an invite, and she was in the shower, and then everyone was arguing, and I was so stressed out, and they all went to the house, so I was waiting for that to die down, and then I texted Bubs, and I was like, hey, like, are you guys done fighting? She was like, yeah. I was like, okay, because I knew it would be over immediately, and they would start, because they have to like do all the gossiping and stuff. So how can they be doing all the gossiping if they're fighting? So I knew they'd get over it pretty quick. Yeah. But I was just waiting for it because I didn't want to walk through it. And
through the battlefield.
And then as soon as she was like, yeah, we're done, I went in. At the lake, it's cool because I didn't bring my charger, so I was charging my phone in the living room. So I just leave my phone in the living room and go into the room.
Oh yeah.
And I brought in my little Kindle. I tried to read part of a chapter. I wasn't like getting anything. I just put it down. I was out. Because I was falling asleep on the dock that day. I don't know what was going on. I just needed that extra rest.
Too much jet ski.
It was a lot of jet skiing.
Too much shit. That'll wear you out.
It wears you out so
My
quick.
forearms are bigger. Oh my god.
Your forearms get it. My knees get it. My elbows, all my joints get it really bad.
That's crazy. My neck is a little bit sore.
My neck started burning on the bike on the way home. Like hour 1.5.
Yeah.
My neck was burning. My traps were burning. My arms were burning, and I was just ignoring it because I was like, I knew this would happen. I need to get over this. And if we're gonna do this long ass journey on motorcycles, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get my traps to stop burning. And I've been like trying to Google it. I think a lot of it's just like trying to work them out and just get them stronger.
Yeah.
But there's also like the stamina. It's hard to work out for besides just doing it. I don't know. We'll figure it
You
out.
could just hold dumbbells just
every day, just
every
all
day,
the time.
just trap raise. Your
Yeah.
traps are huge.
Yeah.
By the time we leave.
But the thing is,
just your traps.
the thing I've been trying to do is the running, because I feel like that's a perfect exercise because you don't necessarily gain weight. You just get a lot more cardio ability and you get stronger all over a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, and it's those long use muscles that are just going all the time for hours. Like, that's the kind of stuff I'm trying to develop. And I love the running, but my knee is just giving me so much issues. But now I have the brace. I ran with the brace. I did still tear out my knee. I think I'm going to just get over it if I keep working on it.
You could. There's been a lot of things that I've just kind of ran through.
Yeah.
And now they don't really hurt anymore. This foot thing is kind of lingering a little bit, but I think it'll
Eventually,
it'll
I'll
go away.
probably try and go to the doctor for it, but it's too early to me to, like, go pay a doctor to look at my, like, scan my knee and be like, oh, you just need squats.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, that's what the internet said.
Yeah. Yeah, just squat some more. Chicken legs.
Yeah. Oh, they used
What'd
to call
you-
me chicken legs in high school.
He says you need to do more trap raises.
Be like, that kills two birds.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah.
dog.
Lat raise? Is it lat raise? Yeah. I think so. No, lateral. That's a lateral.
That's lateral raise, not lateris. What is it called? Lateris?
lateris
What's the muscle called?
trombone.
What's the lat muscle called?
The lat?
Yeah.
Yeah, lateral.
Latissimus dorsi.
Latissimus. That's what I was trying to say.
Latissimus dorsi.
I'm trying to say latissimus.
I'm gonna go have a pee.
Okay.
When's your motorcycle gonna be back together? I just saw it out there.
I gotta do some stuff to it. I got the parts. I just need the silicone, and then we'll start tearing it apart. I need a day, because I want to get it done in like a day. I don't want to like do a little bit at a time for some reason.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
A little bit at a time is the best way to do it.
I like a lot at once.
Interesting.
So
I got my bike back together. I think since the last pod. I think.
Yeah, since the last pod.
I blew a hole in my truck tire, got that fixed, and then I got the my main motorcycle back together since the last pod. I got some guy in Texas to send me a spring that Honda hasn't manufactured in 17 years. That he works on those bikes, just like specializes in them. And I finally found him through some forum, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm looking at like 6 of them right here. Do you need one?" I was like, "Yes."
How much did he charge you for it?
A 15 plus shipping.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all. Like, he made a little bit of cash off of it, definitely. But I mean, like, he's the specialist.
Yeah.
He needs to make some cash off of it because he's specializing in the bikes. I own 2 of them. I have the one I have that I ride all the time is a 98, and the other one I have is a 86, and it's the first generation of it. And I told him I have it, and I was like, "Hey, I'm probably gonna be ordering more stuff from you, so look out."
Look out for me.
Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, I got everything for that." I asked him about it. I was like, "Hey, I haven't even torn into the carbs yet, but I have this bike. Like, is there anything I should look out for?" He's like, "You." I mean, it was a longer conversation than that. He was like, "You sound like you're on the right path." He's like, "Just pull them apart, see what you see."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Order a kit from us if you want it."
Yeah.
He was cool, and he helped me try and diagnose the problem was with my truck too.
Really?
He was a cool guy.
Did you call him?
I talked to him on the phone for like 30 minutes.
Of course.
I talked to a guy in front of a gas station the other day for 30 minutes about his car and about motorcycles and stuff. I just can't help but find people and just start talking their ear off. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Oh, it's that goblin mind. I'm a greedy little man.
I just see a guy that has something that I kind of like, and I have to talk to him for 30 minutes. That's why I liked when I was building and delivering the workbenches. I would be in somebody's garage, and I'd be able to like have a quick look around and see anything that I also like.
Yeah.
Like I saw one guy had like gun parts, one guy had car parts, one guy had like Volkswagens, like a Volkswagen engine, like a part on the ground. And every time I see somebody with something I like, it's over. I'm spending 45 minutes in his garage.
Pull my pants down.
Oh, they're down immediately. I walk in with them down. It's a power move.
Oh, I like it like that. I like it just like that. Sorry.
Yeah. Man, today was crazy.
Today was crazy. Man, I thought it was gonna be a relaxing weekend.
No,
I was telling
chance.
everyone, I was like, I'm relaxing all day. And I
No.
never end up relaxing.
Well, because I was every time that you got sitting down, I was like, hey, "There's the key to the other jet ski."
Yeah.
I spent $50 on jet ski gas today.
Holy frick. $50?
Because we had 15 gallons.
15. I need to give you some cash for that one
No,
bucket.
you don't have to worry
For
about
the
it.
one bucket.
You don't have to worry about it. I ride those jet skis so much. That's the thing. It's the value. I get so much value out of them that $50 here is a drop in the bucket for how much actual hours I put on those jet skis.
Yeah, D and the B.
Yeah.
Latoruses.
And John put the initial gas tank in it, your uncle, so
Yeah, was it full?
no, we just put 5 gallons in it twice.
Oh. What gallon tank is it?
It's got to be smaller than the Sea-Doo,
How many gallons does the Sea-Doo?
like 12 gallons.
I feel like it's never full.
I've never filled it all the way.
It's
ever.
always been empty.
What I do is I put 5 gallons in at a time because that's what the gas tanks are. And then as soon as I put in 5 gallons, I get like 4 bars for a second and on the little gas gauge, and I'll go really far. There's another cove. I know one other cove that's like awesome. And for some reason, there's no jet skis there. So all the big ass ski and surf boats go over there.
Yeah.
And so there's like the most. I spent a while over there today just jumping these giant wakes.
Where is it?
It's right behind the Goat Island.
Oh. No more goats, right?
Mm-mm.
The goat's gone.
I've never seen a single goat on that island.
Really? I remember when they used to be there.
I never saw them.
This farmer used to house goats on this island in the middle of the lake for some reason.
It's called Goat Island still.
Yeah.
It's like a public park.
Yeah.
It's just a tiny island with a dock and some picnic tables.
That's such a weird place to keep your goats.
Yeah, it is.
Just on an island.
Yeah, but it's a good place because what are they going to do? Swim away? No. They're going to stay on the island.
Yeah.
And people are going to come by, and what are they going to do? Kill the goats? No.
No,
They're not going to take the goats. Who wants to take a goat on their boat? Nobody.
Nope. Well,
maybe.
me.
Well, that's it. And you didn't.
No, I didn't.
All those years, you didn't.
All those years. I was too young. I don't want to die too young. God dang. Nothing like the lake. Lake's better than the beach, I'll tell you what. Let me tell you what. I'll just end that debate right now. Beach or lake? Lake, dude. If you say beach, you're a liar. Everything at the beach is trying to kill you. Mother Nature wants your cheeks. The waves are trying to pull you out to sea.
Mm-hmm.
Rip currents. There's sharks.
Mm-hmm.
There's alligators.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? The jumbo fish.
Oh, yeah, they got jumblefish.
That stung you.
The Portuguese man o' war
Portuguese man o' war.
smoked my arm.
I mean, everything's trying to kill you. The currents coming in and out. The currents Titan, bro, imploding. That's the ocean. That does not happen in a lake. It just doesn't.
The thing about lakes, the only thing about lakes is that the shore is always a little grodier than the ocean shore.
Sure.
But that's it.
Sure. That's all you get.
It's like there's leeches and stuff. And
There was some leeches. I did get leeched.
I didn't get
couple
leeched at
times.
all because I was a little bit. I can't lie. I was a little nervous about the leeches.
They were so small, though.
I didn't see any. I was nervous to
Yeah.
keep my feet on that ground for too long. And it's also grody. It's like I had my Crocs on for a while with the sports straps on, so it was like they were real stuck on my foot. And
Oh, yeah.
I got stuck in the bottom. Like it was sucking on the Crocs.
That was the king leech.
It probably was. There's like all kinds of wildlife and stuff. Like your aunt dropped her Apple Watch right off the dock. None of us found it because it's so gross on the bottom.
I looked for a while.
I looked for a while too. Not as long as you, but a little while. And she said she looked for a while. She wanted a nicer one though. She upgraded.
She already bought one?
Oh yeah, it's already delivered to the carry house before.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, to their actual house
She
where they live.
actually didn't lose it in the lake. She probably just
That's
threw
what I
it out.
said. I made fun of her
Yeah.
for that, and she was like, "No, I really looked.
Unbelievable.
But then she said she didn't know where she lost it, which is crazy to me because I feel like if my watch fell
yeah,
off,
what the
I
frick
would
is up
know.
with that?
Today I didn't wear my watch, or maybe it was yesterday. We were out on it was both days. I constantly kept getting this like sinking feeling that my watch fell off, and then remembered that I left it on the nightstand. Constantly was thinking about my watch because it was off.
My watch just doesn't fall off.
They don't fall off.
They don't fall
That's
off.
not something that happens.
I got flinged off the jet ski 3 times, and
Mhm.
it survived. I mean, it survived so much.
I usually don't take this watch off for anything, like except showers and bed. I don't sleep with it on.
with mine on.
This one's a metal band, so it like it's a little bit annoying to sleep with, and then it also doesn't do anything during the night, so I just take it off, and then when I shower, I take it off.
I reckon.
But it's never fallen off. Like if I go swimming or tubing or something, it's still on usually.
Yeah.
Like I'm not worried about it falling off ever.
No. Watches, they don't, unless the band like breaks.
Yeah.
Here, then they don't fall off.
No.
She
probably lost it on purpose.
She did lose.
Thinking
it.
about
She
it
like
now.
she must have chucked it out to the middle.
And she upgraded. She's like a couple versions ahead now. She got a refurb last year's model. So she did buy like she saved some money, but I feel like she just wanted an upgrade.
Refurb.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
She bought a refurbished 7, and they're up to the 8 now.
Apple's cool. I went in the Apple store when we were on our way to the movie theater on Friday,
Yeah.
and those salesmen are crazy.
They're good?
I mean, there's just so many of them,
Yeah.
and they're always, "Can I help you? Can I help you?"
Uh-huh.
And they all say the same thing. They're like, "When you fall in love with something, let me know."
Really?
Yeah.
They say that?
Yeah. And it's kind of grody, so we weren't in there for that long. But I was just looking at the iPad because my ma she might buy me one for my birthday.
Yeah.
To help with like, I don't know, just it now. The new iPads are a laptop replacement.
Yeah.
They have the Mac chip in them, and they're
But they don't run Mac OS. They run iPad OS.
they run iPad OS. Yeah. But it is nice. I played around with it for a while, and I was like, I can really work.
Which
with
one
this.
do you want?
The Pro, the iPad
The
Pro,
big boy.
the
They're like-
11-inch
Yeah.
iPad Pro. It's like it's got the
It's
100
a laptop essentially.
essentially, and then
And
it's
you
got
need
like the
You need
120.
the keyboard case for it, right?
Yeah, to make it like a laptop. You don't need it, but it would be cool to have
Yeah.
it. And so I looked at
Is that
they
worth
said-
it over a laptop though? A good laptop, like a business grade, durable.
The thing is, though,
laptop?
I want a tablet.
Why? Sorry, my demons are coming out.
Just even for entertainment purposes, because I just like I like the idea of being able to like watch a movie in bed or whatever.
Yeah.
I just like I think the tablet would be fun in that it can double as a laptop.
Mhm.
And I know there's laptops that can double as a tablet, but the iPad
Yeah, I had
is
one of those. It was a little bit of a pain to do it as a
Yeah.
tablet. I did use it for movies in my bed a lot, though.
Yeah.
That was the best thing about the laptop that could be a tablet.
And I think it's just cool because it integrates with my phone, and I kind of want it for work a little bit. I want to do some stuff for work on it, and then I looked at it's like the ProRes whatever screen. It looks insane. It's got the refresh rate that I want.
I'll just say, as devil's advocate,
DA.
you don't need the expensive iPad for work. You need a cheap laptop.
Oh,
but
yeah.
but the expensive iPad will do everything a cheap laptop will do and more. But you don't need it for work.
No, I don't. No, I don't need anything for work. I could go without a laptop, or without a tablet. I just think it would be really useful to have, and it would serve my entertainment bug that I sometimes get.
I think everybody who is in the market for an iPad, or especially a tablet that's a computer replacement of any kind, needs to know that they want it because they want it. They don't want it because it's going to be useful, because the usefulness of it isn't worth it for what it is. It just isn't. I don't think you can beat a laptop.
No, I don't think so.
But that doesn't mean you don't want it. I'm just saying that there's a lot of things. I'm super victim to saying I want something because of XYZ, even though I can, for way cheaper, accomplish XYZ.
Well, I always go with like, do you need it?
Yeah.
No. Do you want it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, would it make this easier? Yes. I mean, would it make it that much easier? No.
No.
It's like, it's a want for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it would be a fun want.
I've wanted another tablet. I had a 7-inch tablet for a while, the Nexus 7.
Yeah.
Long ago, it's a Google tablet. They died. They killed off the Nexus line a long time ago.
I remember those. Yeah.
But it was the perfect size tablet because it's really small, but it was bigger than any phone. But it was small enough you could bring it anywhere. And back then, I feel like there was less like streaming and server-side services. It was more like, what can the actual thing do?
Yeah.
So it was like this cool little device I had that was filled this gap between the little tiny phones I had, and now like my iPhone 14 Pro can do anything that any tablet can pretty much do, and it's almost big enough. And then everything that's bigger, I use this laptop for.
Yep.
And this laptop I bought for like $500 refurbished from the Amazon Renewed program, and I've had no problems with it. And I replaced a laptop that was very expensive, that was very fancy.
Yeah.
It had all these features. It could twist up into a tablet. It could
Was
do
it
all
the yoga?
The yoga.
Uh-huh.
It was a really nice laptop. It broke. I couldn't fix it. I replaced the motherboard. Didn't fix it. I didn't even know how that could possibly not fix it, because it's like the whole brain of the computer.
Yep.
I think I just got a faulty motherboard. Luckily, the eBay buyer seller I bought it from took the return. But this stupid Dell, it's the Latitude, so it's like their business grade laptop.
Yeah.
So they pull the better chips for the business grade laptop. They do like it's thick plastic instead of thin metal. It's just stronger.
Yep. No, I think all around it's gonna be a good get, not a need get. Good get. And they say the M2 chip in the new iPad is the fastest chip out of any tablet. I did my due diligence on looking at other tablets, and it's like, it runs it's like iPad and then like top whatever other pad. And and at the end of the day, it's like, do you want the Apple OS or do you want this? And I like the Apple OS. I like the Windows for certain stuff, but most of the time, Apple's just, especially on my phone and stuff, it's just so freaking easy. So freaking easy to do everything. Oh.
The reason I love a laptop is a reason that a lot of people don't care about, and it's that you can install any software. You can do anything on it. Like, there's no limitations on that OS. Like, that's Windows might be the most capable operating system of all time.
Oh, 100%.
The actual nitty-gritty you can get into on it, if you care to, is insanely complex. I used to run Linux on my laptop and my PC. I love Linux. It's so much easier to learn the actual inner workings of the operating system. It's like awesome. And this is getting like really...
Everyone just turned off the
Everybody
podcast.
turned off the
Yeah.
But I don't do it anymore. It's just not worth it. There's not like... Nothing runs on it.
Yeah, the Linux people are super weird.
Yeah.
They're super weird.
It's because, like, what are you doing it for? You're lying to yourself if you're doing it for, like...
Yeah.
Any reason.
I don't even know what Linux looks like. I've always been a Windows daddy.
Linux is so... Never mind. I'm not even going to talk about it on this podcast. We'll start a Linux podcast.
N-word. Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, but I don't know. I think that the iPads... I had a friend in... It was barely a friend. It was in college when we were in a group project where we had to go meet at the library a bunch. And he had the iPad Pro, and he had the little keyboard for it, had the trackpad in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, he was showing it to me, and his parents were filthy rich. So he didn't care much that he had that iPad.
Yeah.
And I was like, is it worth it? And he was like, He was like, yeah. He's like, I like it. He's like, I use it every day. I use all the features. I like it a lot. He's like, is it worth the price? I don't know. He's like, but I really like it. I was like, okay, that's fair. Because when we were looking at iPads for Bubs, I told your mom to get her the base iPad.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think Bubs would use
Bubs
anything.
She would not know.
She wouldn't use any extra. She just needs the capability with the smart pencil or whatever it's called, the Apple Pencil.
Yeah.
But her iPad can't use the new pencil.
No, it can't. The second.
But
gen.
I don't think that even matters.
It doesn't.
I was like,
she probably doesn't even know there's a new pencil.
No, and she wouldn't know the difference.
No.
I told your mom, I was like, this is the one she needs. This is the best way to get her, and she uses it all the time. And she uses it.
Day.
She uses it exactly how it's meant to do, and she doesn't want any more out of it.
No, she doesn't. Yeah, Buzz. Yeah, that's a good thing about her. That's a bad thing about me. Is I like the features.
Oh, me
and
too.
I like the performance, and Buzz just likes the stock.
The use of it.
Yeah.
She just uses it for how it's supposed to work.
Yeah, she gets good value out of it.
Oh, 100%. And I bought her the pencil, which was like maybe $100, maybe like $50 to $100, somewhere in there. And your mom bought her the iPad for one of her birthdays, and she's used it every day since.
Yep.
She's got like the special screen protector that cost $7 on Amazon. That's supposed to make it feel more like paper.
Yeah.
She doesn't care. She doesn't care about it like I care about it. Like when I have something, I want the best of the best for no reason.
I do too.
For no reason.
For no reason. Some things for reasons. Some things for no reason.
I'm trying to think of the thing that I have that's the best of the best that I've ever gotten a lot of use out of. Like my PC, I don't have the best of the best by any means, but I definitely have more than I need. Don't take advantage of it most of the time. My laptop is actually really fast. Doesn't matter most of the time. Most of the time I'm just Googling stuff. Like,
yeah.
It doesn't matter. This one I actually got the slower processor on because... What? Oh, I turned my headphones up. This one I got the like medium processor on because I wanted the battery to last really long, and it works. It's worth it. Dude, I don't know. We're getting into the weeds on the tech right now.
The tech weeds. Gotta get out of the weeds. Oh, What should I do tomorrow? Dude, I want to get up like super early tomorrow. I want to go to the gym super early. Sauna, cold shower, home, work on stuff.
You should work on your bike a little bit.
What do you think about that?
I like it, but you should work on your bike half the time. You should dedicate like 6 hours of work. Spend 3 on business and 3 on your bike. And then that's a decent work day. It's not even that much, and you actually got a lot done on your personal and your work life.
It's facts.
That's my
Oh, I'm going to meet with the accountant tomorrow.
Oh, good. Yeah, you got to get to know your accountant. Everybody who's
Yep.
listening, go get to know your accountant. If you don't have an accountant, get one.
Maria.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get an accountant, you frickers.
I don't have an accountant. I need to get one, I think. I'll probably find one. I'll be like, hey, what do you think I should do with my $50? And she's like, you only have $50? And I'm like,
I'm an accountant.
I'm like, yeah, what do I fucking do with it? I have $50. What do I do with it, Maria?
She's like, have you paid taxes on it yet?
I'm like, no.
She's like, okay.
Save all of it for taxes. she'll
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
I'll be like, no. I want a Kindle.
No, Maria. How do I compound? Fricker. Oh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I texted my youngest brother today. I was like, I texted him a link to the app that you and I use for our Roth IRA.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, hey, you should get either mom or dad or me to help you set this up and start contributing $50 a month at the minimum to your Roth IRA. And he's like, I already have an account through them. I was like, seriously? I was all proud. He's like, yeah, I had a teacher that hounded me until I got an account.
That's so phenomenal.
I was like, that is amazing.
It's a great teacher.
Yeah.
It's a great. Has he got any money in it?
He said he auto transfers, and I said, do you have a like an auto contribute? Or he said he manually transfers, and I was like, do you have an auto contribute set up? And he's like, no. I was like, set it up.
Yeah.
Just get it so that it's like you're putting money into it, but automatically.
Yeah. Honestly, have you seen those TikToks? That guy, not TikToks, but like reels. His name is like Caleb Hammer. It's like the new age Dave Ramsey.
No.
I constantly get clips of him. He gets these stupid people in debt, and he just like screams at them.
Really?
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But he's kind of femme. Kind of ticks me off.
Mm.
It's whatever.
I gotta get ahead of the credit card debt. I don't have credit card debt. Like, I'm paying it off every month still, but I'm like right on the edge of almost slipping into it, where I'm like, I'm almost to the point where I'm just putting stuff on my credit card that I can't pay. Like, the past month and a half or 2 months, I haven't paid my full credit card. I put it down to almost zero, and I'm like, right now, like, I've been upping my Facebook Marketplace posts on my workbenches and stuff. And I'm like, I need to get a couple grand ahead of this because this is insane.
Yeah. It'll
It gets at you real quick.
You.
Well, what I
It'll
do
tear
is
you underwater.
It's happened to me before, and what I usually do is I pay them off, and then I give myself like a month off of being able to use my credit cards for anything except gas. So I'll say like, I can use my credit card for gas because that way they're still like active, they're still doing stuff, but I have to buy gas either way. I'll pay it off either way. And then I use my I'll put some cash in my like Cash App or Venmo, and I'll only let myself use that for like personal stuff. So I can, instead of seeing the money go up, that's the issue with the credit cards. The money goes up, and it just goes up and up and up until you hit your limit. But when you watch Venmo or Cash App, it starts going down. So when you buy something, you're like, you watch your money go down. That's more realistic.
Yeah. Yeah, it is definitely. It's a little psychological trick.
Yeah, so I'm right at that point now where I'm about to just dump all the cash into the credit cards and put a little bit of cash each week into my Cash App and let myself use that and trick myself into not spending as much money.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to not spend.
But I'm about to
much.
sell a motorcycle very soon, hopefully, if your dad buys it. And if he doesn't buy it, I'll sell it soon to somebody else. I put a lot of cash. I have a lot of cash tied up into that. And a lot of that is what my credit cards are at right now.
Yeah.
And it's going to double my money either way. So it'll be back. I'll be able to like just pay everything off. And then I'll have like a couple extra bucks to put into another bike. But right now, I just feel like I'm at a low. And I have to buy more parts for the one bike to put it back together because I just got my cylinder back. It's all a mess.
Oh, it's all a mess.
But anyway, I think that's a good point to wrap it up because we have to do a pod tomorrow too. So I might be out of town next week.
True, yeah. Frick.
So we'll catch up with you tomorrow for us. And
5 a.m. pod.
5 a.m. pod tomorrow. Check us out.
Gabashum noom.